Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Makoboshani, and please note all opinions shared on this channel is not financial advice. If you are seeking for financial advice, do speak to someone who's certified and registered with the FSCA, or a financial advisor that is not actually just after the money but is willing to really help you. So today, guys, I'm going to be talking about money lessons that I've learned from my parents, the good and the bad. But trust me, the good outweighs the bad. See, guys, the thing is with money, it's a very it's habitual thing. It's a habit. You adopt it, you learn it, you pick it up wherever you're going, unless you have a financial advisor which can direct you and lead you on how to use it, on how to go about using your money, or unless you have a background in personal finance literacy, or even you have established your path when it comes to finance. Where are you gonna how are you gonna make your money? How are you gonna keep your money? How are you gonna grow your money? So unless you have a background of all of that, then you are definitely going to learn from Susan on how to deal with your money. Okay, let me get into it. Lesson number one that I have learned. Well, some of the lessons my mom would say, some of them we just picked them up along the way. We would see her do things and we thought, no, this is okay. So the first lesson is to always plan for your finances. Like, know what exactly are you going to do with your money. Do not just get your money and not know what to do. Well, she would always know when she got paid where her money is going, what she's doing with her money. Not for a single day she would spend money unnecessarily. That's the second money habit that I have learned, that money is to be spent only on important things that are necessary and important at that time. She has changed. You see, when Zuri came, Zuri changed the whole ball game. My mom now spends a lot of her money on toys and junk and all of that for this little girl, which Tina we never saw. We experience toys once a year, but not every weekend, Diabo. So yes, that's the second money habit that I've learned for her, that money is spent only on necessary stuff. And then the third money habit, this one she would say, and guys, then I believed it, but now I go against it. She would say that you need to have a clothing store account for as an emergency thing, for when you need clothes for an event or something has happened and you can get clothes with the store card. Guys, I advise against that. I do not like store cards. The thing with store cards is they have a very high interest rate. Guys, their interest rate ranges from 27 to 31%. That is a lot of money. And when they say that debt compounds, it means that you are not only paying interest on your actual debt, but now you are paying interest on your interest on the debt. So it's a lot of money that you are paying back to your creditors. Yes. So yes, she said it from a good place, and it had been working for her for years. And I think it is also that thing of not having a personal finance literacy background, so you take whatever people say on the street. And then the other one is financial independence. My mom has taught us to stand on our own 2 feet. We've seen her do things alone. We've seen her manage the household alone. We've seen her take us to private schools, making sure that we had the best of supplies for school, for our necessities, and she did that all alone. And she would also invest in us to be financially independent, to be independent in the sense that, okay, you want to do this, let me help you get it off the ground, and then after that you are on your own vibes. so independent a lot. So that's why I say we need to analyze our lives and see what exactly are we doing that the people around us are doing. I know when we were growing up, I started counting money, or I was exposed to money at a very young age. Therefore, I love money with all my heart. I know it's wrong, but because I've been exposed to money and I grew around money, it is weird not having it. So that's another habit. I don't know whether this one is good or it's bad, because we would be exposed to money. My grandmother was selling beers back at the village. So when we would go there for holidays, whether it was Easter holidays, June holidays, winter holidays, or December holidays, we would sell beers. We would count change, would count the money we will sell, and we will make sure that the business is also running as smooth. My grandmother would get to rest when we are around because our little hands were there counting them. So I'm exposed to money, hence I think I'm very sensitive, or I am very interested in the topic money, because at a very young age I learned about money. I learned how to count money. I learned how money was made, how things were priced at a very young age. So it is the habits around us. You do not necessarily have to consciously adopt them, but your subconscious mind adopts them for you. You would be thinking, no, but they doing their own stuff, I'm doing my own thing. But if you watch this person closely with money, and you watch your habits closely with money, you will see that there is a link somewhere that shows that you guys are dealing with money the same way. So that is why you find people in debt, because they are used, they were introduced to debt at a young age. They grew around debt, so now the debt is the way to go. So it is your habits that you learned as a kid. Some we need to unlearn, some we need to develop and grow. The other habit my mom taught us was the other habit that I learned from my mom, the money lesson, is an emergency fund. Guys, let me tell you this, I do not even think she knew the term emergency fund when she started her emergency fund. Right now, you could go to my mom and say, Ma, I need so much money for this, and she will tell you, give me 24 hours, and in 24 hours you'll have the money in your account. She has an emergency fund. She doesn't even know that it's an emergency fund, but she has this money and kept aside that so I grew up knowing that from my salary I need to put away money for a rainy day, whether within the month. We didn't know that it needed to go to 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. We just knew that even in that month you always have to have an overflow of money that is gonna keep you safe. She says "Tjhelete o katileng" in Sotho, meaning that money that is there in case something happens. So she didn't know the term emergency fund, but from a very young age, or when we were growing up and she was still very young, she always saved, and she still saves even today. She still has an emergency fund even today. So what are these habits that you have adopted subconsciously in your subconscious mind? Some of them, yes, you are aware of them, some you are not aware of them. What are them? Comment down below. Share with me, what is it that when you think about your parents or your family members that you see, I do this and this person does this. Some of them we are going to have to unlearn, as I have said. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and do watch my previous videos, and see you on the next one.